Hey, what's going on? This is Ricardo with the Code 7 Podcast Network, and we're about to get started here with Open Mic Live. But first, as always, a word from our sponsor.
At InDigital, we know the public safety professionals hold themselves to a high standard. In fact, standard doesn't do it justice. In over 25 years working alongside you, carrying millions of calls over our IP networks, your dedication has inspired us. That's why our ESINet goes beyond industry standards, not only i3 compliant, but designed to adapt to future development for a network you can count on when it matters most. Learn more at indigital.net.
Have you ever met a 911 professional and asked, what's the worst call you've ever taken? Well, here's your answer. I heard your last breath the night you flipped your four-wheeler. I tried to call you the day you committed suicide by driving your car into a tree. Blue face, cold to the touch. I helped you with CPR after you found your infant face down, not breathing. It messed me up. I did everything I could, but it wasn't enough. You were with me from the beginning, Grandma. 27 years later, I took the 911 call when you died. How fitting to be there for me in the beginning, and I was there for you in the end. I miss you, Grandma. I am 911. This is but a glimpse into the world of emergency dispatch. But what is it really like to answer a call during someone's nightmare? What is the impact on the first responder answering the call? From Titletown Publishing, and available on Amazon or where you purchase your favorite books and ebooks. Imagine listening. Your worst day is our everyday.
If Within the Trenches has ever taught you something, open your eyes to what it is like to be a 911 dispatcher, or has inspired you to become one, then help support us and join our Patreon. Get exclusive bonus content, one-of-a-kind swag, discounts on merchandise, ad-free early access to new episodes, and much more. To join, please visit patreon.com/WTT podcast. And if you're an industry partner, we have something for you as well. And now, for the show.
This is Jordan, and you're listening to the Code 7 Podcast Network.
Warning. This episode contains the 3 A's of podcasting: adult content, adult language, and awesomeness. You've been warned.
Dispatch.
There is no one over here to cook our lunch. We are waiting for our lunch, and there's no one here to cook our lunch.
All right, calm down. Where are you at?
The group home. Now, what are you going to do?
We'll get some help over there for you, okay?
Welcome to Open Mic, where we visit the lighter side of dispatch, because laughing is good medicine. Oh shit. Welcome back. The promos are over now, and we are about to get started with Open Mic Live. It is March 14th. Holy we are already blazing through this month, and I'm happy to be here with you on a special night, Thursday. Usually we do this on Sundays, 9 p.m. Eastern time. However, my ass is going to be driving to Texas during that time because I didn't feel like flying over there for what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be teaching at the Mayan Ranch that the 360-degree dispatcher puts on over there, my good friend Joe Serio, and I'm going to be out there teaching and doing Imagine Listening, recording some episodes, recording content, all that good stuff. You'll be seeing some of that stuff coming out, but that's why we're doing this on a Thursday. And there's also a tornado watch in my area, and if for some reason I have to bail, it's because it's a warning now, and the sirens are going off, but everything is okay right now. Everything is good. This live broadcast is sponsored by InDigital, Alita Next Gen Core Services. Big shout out to our social media plus sponsors, Well Prepared. You can check out their information on prepared911.com, as well as on the flagship show and all over my social media. A big thank you to the both of you for being sponsors, and I appreciate it. Shout out as well to those who are on Patreon and Facebook. I wouldn't be able to do what I do if it wasn't for all of you, but especially all of you who are watching, listening, sharing, and supporting. So thank you all very much. And as we do all the time for Open Mic Live, how are you? Also, roll call. Where are you watching from? But how are you doing? On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being shitty and 10 being awesome. How are you doing? I am coming in at a 8.5, 9 right off the bat. It's been a good day. It's been a good week, and things have been excellent. Episode 535 went out. 536 is going to be coming up next, and that one is it's going to be. They're all really good, right? But this one, well, I'll share some of the stuff later on it. DTBG5 is coming to the YouTube channel. Also, big thanks to all of you for making the audiobook for Imagine Listening #1 once again. And there's just so much stuff that's going out, but I want to. We'll talk about some of this other stuff later. Just check it out on social media. And the reason I'm skipping over it is because I have some guests with me tonight, one of which did not know we were going to be live. And I thought it was pretty cool when the other guest popped on and was like, it's going to be live. So this is going to be fun. I'm excited. My guests today are from the Shield Within podcast, and I've got Mark the Cop as well as the Kelly.
Hey.
Hello.
Hello, everyone, and welcome.
Yeah, this is awesome. I am so excited to have the both of you on. This is going to be a lot of fun. And as I asked the audience already, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being shitty, 10 being awesome, how are you doing? What is your number? The Kelly, let's start with you.
I'm coming in at a strong 7 today. I had a really good day. But right now I'm feeling a little slighted because I was not told that this was going to be live.
Well, 7 is good
for me.
That's good. I'm down.
No,
with
I did.
that.
I had a really good day. The sun was out and I really needed that. So that was good.
Are you in the area where the weather is kind of crazy as well?
Oh, yeah. I'm in Montgomery County, Ohio.
Oof. So it's, I mean, is it just a watch right now, or is it a warning out there? Or is it just thunderstorm?
Watch.
Oh, okay. Well, good.
I'm in a watch.
Oh, excellent. And then Mark the Cop. Hello, welcome. What's your number?
I am a strong 8.5.
Nice.
And the extra half is because I duped Kelly and didn't tell her it's going to be live. So.
I'm gonna get you.
And I'm in the thick of the tornado warnings. If you can listen, you can hear the sirens going off in the background here. I'm in. You ready? Ready for it?
Mhm.
Tip City, Ohio, or we call it just the tip.
Oh, that's right. I think you mentioned that when we were recording a few weeks ago. Just the tip. That's
just the tip. Yeah. So we're here in Miami County, getting blasted right now with tornadoes. And I just checked in with my brother who's up in Bradford, Ohio, Bradford and Covington. If you guys are listening in, I hope you're all safe up there because that's where the storms are coming through at. So everyone be safe and keep your head down. But the power's on, so we're going to have some fun here. So I've really been looking forward to this. So
all right.
I drove in from my second leg of my trip in from Florida today. So yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, and then you come back to this weather, but also it was funny how you said that, you know, you're just in the tip, but also you're getting blasted from all over the place.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's great. Let's see. Looking over here in the audience, Steve, what's going on? Steve, what's up, bro? Out of Surprise, Arizona, and who's that? In at a 7. And Shar, oof, tornado. She says, "No, thank you. I'll take my cold ass Canadian weather." That's right, a Canadian friend, Shar. Thank you for being here. Welcome, welcome. And so I want to start out with Kelly here, and just a little bit of your, background, your experience, and everything in public safety, and your part as well in the Shield Within.
Okay, so I went to the police academy back in 2013, and that's where I actually met Mark the Cop. He was one of the trainers, and I got hired at his department shortly after I graduated the academy. And he got to be so lucky to be my sergeant. So we already had a little bit of a background, which was fantastic. He's a fantastic, if we could be serious for a second, he is such a great teacher. So he was really able to instill a lot more than just how to be a cop. So he was really on the back end of things, making sure that it was kind of relayed to me that it was important to take care of yourself and take care of the fallen families. So my time as a police officer, I really focused on, doing the extra things outside of going to work. I did become the community liaison officer at the department, and I did that for a while and was really successful with the program. And then I left his department and went to another department, had a fantastic time. And all in all, I was a police officer for 7 years and I really, truly miss the job sometimes, but mental health wise, I'm so much better doing what I'm doing now. So
That's awesome.
my time on the Shield Within, though, is really fun because we get to kind of talk about the things that we definitely could have done better, especially for a brand new officer. Most of the guys that I was on shift with were prior military, and I was just prior college. So I had nothing else. And they were literally, all of them had seen some sort of tour. So I was the odd man out on there, but
Well, that's
my time on the Shield is really, really big, I think, for what we're doing with the Shield, the mental health aspect of it. I feel like being able to spend time with people on the Shield, really, that's more important to me than my time as an officer.
See, that's pretty awesome, and especially talking about that mental health aspect of it as well. Now, I have to ask, because of how Mark, the cop, came in when we were still in the green room before we went live, did he kind of give you some shit as well during that time that you were kind of working with him there?
Oh yeah, so we had a really great love-hate relationship. He's one of my most best friends right now, and a strong mentor in my life. But at the time, he would get what we call dismissive Kelly, and I didn't have a name for it, but he named it.
Oh,
And so yeah, we had a really good relationship together, but we were always giving each other some hell.
gotta love it. Gotta love that going back and forth. I remember when I was in dispatch, that all the officers that I worked with and everything, we would give each other shit on the radio sometimes, or over MCT. I remember one time specifically, there was an officer that I was working with. I was on radio, and I don't remember exactly what he said, what it was, the exchange, but it was something between him. He was a deputy, and then one of the state troopers, and I kind of like a super trooper thing, right? But I sent him a message over MCT, and I said, is that white or red or white or something like that? And he goes, what? And I sent the message again. He goes, I have no idea what you're talking about. And I said, I'm just trying to figure out what kind of wine that is, or what type of wine it is. And he goes, that was a good one. Leave me alone. But there's always those types of things, right? Going back and forth, but it also makes it fun, right? So there's a lot of hell that happens in public safety, but when you have that kind of that banter, that healthy relationship going back and forth, it makes it go by faster, because there are a lot of good things. There are some rewarding things as well. And then Mark the Cop, your background as well.
Oh gosh, where do I start? Never give me a microphone is what the people always tell me. Is that
picture it, Sicily?
Yeah, 1953.
Right.
No, I was been a police officer for 30 years. I retired in 2021. I spent the last 9 years of my career as a sergeant. Did a little bit of everything. I'm a car guy. I have my my Crown Vic shirt on tonight, which is the Chuck Norris of patrol cars.
Very nice.
So, I was a fleet manager there, within our small agency that we had. I did 3 years on the Ford Police Advisory Board. I teach at the state level and also at the local police academy. We have community college level police academies here in Ohio, as most of us do around the nation. And that's where I met Kelly. I really enjoyed doing that, and I feel the giving back. So some of the time we had on the road, Kelly and I were just shit magnets. Whenever her and I would call together, and she was always saying, man, I need to keep the body camera on because I need to record these epic one-liners you give us. And we were out on a mental patient one night, and I wanted her to kick the door in. You remember that, gal? Should have been a SWAT, but hey.
Give it hell.
Bam, booed the door and went in. But
Oh man.
we always tried to have a lot of fun when we were doing things. So we worked midnights, and our motto at midnights was they ain't getting out of bed to come help us. So we had to do the best we could with what we had. We're in a rural farm community here in Miami County, Ohio. So everyone on midnights, you had that rapport. So the beauty of working in our city was that we had a really good relationship with the deputies and the state patrol, and we made friends with the troopers and Montgomery County just south of us, and the troops I'd always message them, say, come on, chase us up something, because we do the pit maneuver here at our agency. So it's like, getting a pursuit and you chase them and we'll them.
Well, it's good to hear that. Oh, wait a minute. They got Shaney here says tornado sirens, and Mark is in his trailer still.
That's right.
This is Shaney and Donnie Holly. I'll put that on the screen right there. That's what it says.
Oh yeah, that's FD.
Oh
Donnie.
my God. That's FD Donnie.
He was one of our Shield members. So
nice.
Yeah.
That's
Hey, Donnie, thanks for joining.
It's good to hear that you had that. I mean, in the center that I worked in, the officers had a good friendship, relationship, whichever, with troopers too. But sometimes there would be that back and forth where there'd be like kind of watching the AVLs. Like, I know that person is closer than I am. Like, just dude, come on. Like, they could be doing something else. I don't know. But there was one thing that I remember that was hilarious, and one of the deputies did this, and it always seemed to be when I was on the radio. But and so one of the troopers ends up putting out some traffic or whichever, and the deputy comes on right after him and goes, that's it. It's you just after they were done, and I said 10-4, whichever, that you would just hear so it is so stupid. It was so stupid, but it was hilarious at the same time. So then, of course, I would do the same thing back. And then sometimes they would do it on like a secondary channel or something. And finally, someone said something about it. But every so often we would do it. And it was so hilarious, but it was stupid as hell, too.
I was the king of the dropping the F-bombs on midnights. The way my cruiser was set up, my knee would inadvertently key the mic up, and I was forever dropping the F-bomb. So that was
your knee just knew where to be.
So then my MDT lights up, it's like, hey, potty mouth, blah 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 blah.
See, and we would the problem that we would have sometimes is this keyboard that we had on the radio. It was an older keyboard, and it had this huge ass red button. So when we would press it, sometimes it would happen with the pedals, but mostly it was that keyboard. When we would press it, we would say whatever we would say, and you let go, and then you just start talking or dropping F-bombs or whichever, and then it's almost like asteroids, popping up on your screen, like straight up Atari style. A lot of people probably have no idea what I'm talking about, Atari. But open mic. They would say, you've got an open mic. We're like, oh shit, or oh no, wait. And then you can hear us slamming, like pushing it to try to make it work. And I don't know why we would do that, because it didn't work. It would unstick by itself. And there was one time one of the officers keys up afterwards, and he goes, Central, are you okay? Is everything okay up there? We're like, yeah, dude. I mean, we didn't say yeah, dude, but we're like, yeah, it's affirmative, we're fine. But there was always those fun things going on. So I do want to ask, because I kind of talked about this last week with my friend Don.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking about pranks that would happen in dispatch. Are there any? Oh, the look on the Kelly's face along Mark the Cop's laugh.
Oh yeah.
Are there any that you can share?
Gee, Kelly,
possibly
statute of limitations by now. So go ahead.
Well, I'm trying to decide here.
Hey, let's air it
I
out.
was sure about that. So prank wise, let's talk about some pranks here. I misplaced my cruiser keys at the jail. So I dropped them off. I dropped off the bad guy at jail and had to run paperwork inside to the court building. And I I don't know what happened. My cruiser keys went missing. Actually, I locked them in the car. And
Oh no.
Yeah.
Sarge here. I mean, I don't want to go into too many details,
Oh
but
yeah.
basically all of the cruiser keys were the same.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna let Sarge finish this story.
Yeah, so her keys miraculously ended up. She was being very safe. She locked her keys in the car,
Mhm.
and then went in. And
So
I said,
safe.
"She's like, do you have an extra key?" And I said, "Well, I gave you, because we used to have a whistle chain on our uniforms." And I said, "Take that effing whistle off and put your fucking cruiser key on it. You'll use that a hell of a lot more than what you will a whistle.
Yeah.
Whistling your duty bag." So she's like, "Oh yeah, I didn't do that." And I'm like, "Okay." So she said, "Well, can you come unlock me?" I said, "No, but I'll have someone come unlock it for you." And there was an officer of the adjacent jurisdiction that was a big The Kelly fan, if you know what I mean. And he's kind of creepy.
Oh no.
So I messaged him over the MDT. I said, "Hey man, could you do me a favor?" And he's like, "Yeah, bro, what's up?" And I said, "Kelly's locked her keys in her cruiser, and in the adjacent agency, everyone had a fleet key, and they also fit ours at the time." And I said, "Could you be so kind to go over there and unlock it?" And he's like, "Not a problem, man." And I didn't no more than release or hit enter, and he's marking out at the jail. So he must have been like lights and siren over there.
Oh man. Lightning fast.
It was so bad. And of all the people to show up, I'm like, oh.
Oh boy.
And I knew that he did that on purpose. Could have been anybody. But he sought him out individually for that.
Oh, that is great.
So yeah, so then after she got back in the cruiser, I got a phone call. Then the MFs were flying.
But it was
You
worth
could have called anybody in this fucking county, but you had to call him. I said,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah."
Yeah. It's like, of course. Yeah. It made it worth it. It
But what
was.
did you learn? That's the thing. What did you learn out of that?
Don't
This
lock
is
those
why
keys in the car.
that's true. Yes. That is the main one, right? But also it's sometimes why we don't trust people.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Oh man, there was one time before I get to some of the stuff that I put out on Instagram and Facebook. I want to say this really quick. There was one time we had a guy that was coming in, one of the other supervisors, and it was actually there wasn't anything going on at the time, which was surprised because we were pretty busy around, or we're always busy around shift change. It's like that everywhere, right? And I don't remember who said, but we were like, "What if we hide?" And someone they're like, "What do you mean?" I said, well, "Like hide on the opposite side of the consoles." So when he opens the door, he sees
There's
no
nobody in
one.
there.
Yeah, no one in there. And so we saw him walking by, going
Mhm.
because everyone would walk into the break room to put their stuff away and then come into the center. And as soon as we saw him walk by, we all took off and we're hiding. And he opens the door and I could see like kind of the reflection, and he walks in and he goes, "Oh," and then just goes back. And he splits. And we're like, "Oh, okay." So then we go back and we sit down and it was weird because then, radio traffic started coming in. Once we sat down, it was like the dispatch universe or whatever, the dispatch gods were giving us a moment to pull this little prank. And when he came back in, I was like, "Dude, where were you?" He goes, "I have walked into rooms enough to know that if there's no one in the room when they're supposed to be, something is going to happen to me," or something like that. And he goes, "That's why I left." I'm like, well,
that's funny.
we were able to get that in there, so that was fun. So
That's funny.
on the Facebook as well as the Instagram podcast pages, what I ended up doing was I went in there and I placed something, and we're going to do a version of this for law enforcement as well. But to start out with dispatch, what I had put out there, and those in the audience, those who are watching right now, if you have any that you want to share as well, please do so. And oh, wait a minute. Someone over here on Instagram, it says, "Why does this Instagram change Ricardo's voice?" I don't know. I guess I haven't heard it off of Instagram or anything. It
Was it maybe
sounds
Darth
okay.
Vader now or what?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
With the dial in.
Yeah,
Get more
exactly.
breathing.
So over here, for the graphic that I put out for everybody's watching, and if you have one to add, please throw that in the comments as well. But it says 911 professionals. What would you tell someone about your career that knows nothing about 911? Wrong answers only. So on Instagram, there's about 30 responses. On Facebook, there's like 150. I'm not going to go through all of them. I'm just going to pick a few and we'll just kind of go through them. And this one says, this one says, I'm a playground director for hormonally unstable toddlers. Huh? I mean, you're talking about the callers, I'm guessing, and also people that we work with. Another one here says, yes, I want to know about the fireworks going off on the 4th of July. Now, that one is a big one, and I'm sure the both of you have dealt with it as well.
Oh yeah.
When you have phone calls coming in and you're getting sent out to possible gunshots. When, I mean, a lot of times,
So annoying.
I've never heard anyone actually say it to people, but I know in our minds we're thinking, gunshots don't fizzle at the end. That's one of them that
I missed an opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Sarcasm abounding here. Go ahead.
Yes.
We got a little vodka and orange juice there, Cal.
Maybe.
No, it was a margarita.
Oh, very
And then
nice.
he told me we were going live. So
and then she's like,
throw this back.
Give me another one. Let's see over here. Danny says it's a profession where the words, should I say it? Where the words quiet and bored are beloved and said often. Oh, if anybody is watching this while they're at work, I apologize. Shit's about to go down. Yep.
We always had to, we always were scheduled because we did 12-hour shifts. So we did Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And we always ended up having the weekend of the full moon whenever my crew worked. And it was just like, good God, again.
Yeah, exactly.
This rotation, please.
Those are the moments where you are working your ass off and you look at the clock thinking, it's got to be halfway through, but it's only been about 15 minutes. Yeah,
exactly.
Those are those moments, and they suck badly.
Do you remember when I said to the person, why would they take their dying mother to fireworks? Do you remember that on 4th of July?
What?
Go ahead, Kelly.
Yes,
you have everyone's full attention now.
Yeah.
I was directing traffic, and he tells me, this road that's normally a two-way street on 4th of July, it was normally a two-way street, now became a one-way. And so we were not letting people back up the other way.
Yeah.
And so I was directing traffic, and I told her, I was like, you can't come this way. She's like, no. She ignores me, drives around my parked cruiser with the lights on. And I was like, what are you doing? She's like, my mother's dying, but everybody coming from this way had to be coming from fireworks because the road was already shut down. And she's like, my mother's dying and I just got to get around. And I was like, why are you taking your dying mother to fireworks? Like, it just came right to me. And I was like, oh my gosh. And of course, they called in to complain that I said that to her because they actually had weaseled around 2 other police officers up the way, and I was not having it. That's how they got so far.
And Kelly did exactly what I told her to do. No, you shut that shit down. So when she called in, and she was just so irate. Of course, I was warm and fuzzy and being the, the good supervisor there. I'm not going to take her word that my officer did anything wrong. Not at all. Because she was doing exactly what I told her to do. No one could go opposite direction up that street. So, and that's in, what, 30 seconds, Kelly? The street had cleared so she could get to her home. She was more aggravated.
Oh, yeah.
Kelly said,
not long enough.
Why would you take your dying mother to fireworks?
So you said the silent part out loud.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. Looking in the audience here, Shar says, "Really, Ricardo, you are under a tornado watch and you throw out that word?" Yes, I apologize.
Oh,
Yeah,
even worse.
exactly. I know. I'll look outside like I can see anything. It's straight up
Yeah,
dark out
dark.
there. There's
Yeah,
nothing I can see.
the way we are.
So one of the other ones here, it says, "We have this database that's available to 911, and it has all the answers. We do know why your cable went out. We do know the exact times the train will stop on the tracks or how long, and we do know where the Loch Ness Monster sleeps. It's just classified, and if we told you, um, yeah, we woo, it says."
We woo.
Yeah, we woo. Another one says, it's a super cushy job with so many benefits, unlimited paid time off, dental, pension, and you'll never be ordered into work on your day off or have lingering nightmares about any work-related issues ever." Holy shit.
It should be a recruiting video.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be hilarious. Yeah.
So you want to be a telecommunicator?
Check this out. Let's see. This one says, "All I do is push buttons, talk on the phone, and radio all day." Well, yeah,
Not wrong.
you will have plenty of
Yeah.
time to recover and sleep, it says. Those are just ones from Instagram, man. There's a bunch on Facebook as well. Let's see. This one over here on Instagram in the comments says, or as my husband say, what? Say, "Can't you check the satellites?" That's true. I mean, there were a lot of times that people would call in and, they would say, "Just send them here." And I would say, "Well, I need to know your location." And they would go, "You have it on the screen. You can see where I'm at." I'm like, "You're calling from a phone that has no service except to call 911 only. No, please don't hang up. Like,
Yeah.
I need you to tell me where you're at."
Give me the location.
Right.
Don't you
And,
want my name? No,
you
give
know,
me
and
the location.
I think that's why also, in all seriousness, geography is really good because there's some folks, man, that will say, and I think we talked about this one on the episode when we were talking too, a little bit, but some people will say, "It's over by Bob's Road, so and so fell off that tree or something." You're like, "I have no idea," but there's someone who knows. They know
Right.
exactly where Bob's Road is and who fell off that tree. It's crazy. I mean, in Allegan, the county that I was working for, that I grew up in the city of Allegan, there's a spot there called Water Tower Hill. And,
Okay.
and yeah, and everybody knew it. I mean, it's a hill and there's a water tower there.
Right.
And so it was always good to know that because a lot of times, things would happen there. But geography wise, that's why I'm saying, it's always good to know some of those things. Let's see, Daveen over here. Daveen, hello, how's it going? Says, "You'll get to tell everyone where to go. All you come in contact with will be very kind." Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, not all the time, man. Let's see. "When you encounter traffic backed up due to a collision, we do exact time references to when it will be moving."
Well, in the city we were in, there
Oh,
was
yes.
an extended
Apparently.
amount of interstate
Mhm.
before they got to our city. And so no matter where the crash occurs on the interstate, they were always dispatching our fire and our EMS out. Shout out to FD Donnie. So, it could be miles away from us,
Mhm.
but they'll say, "Well, what's your location?" And they'll look up and, the accident was 2 miles behind them or whatever. And by the time they get to us, "Oh, well, I'm in," so they're like dispatching us out constantly to crashes and incidents on the interstate. And heck, that we could be almost, the next city over, which is each one of them's like 5 to 6 miles away.
Oh, man.
So, it's kind of like, know exactly where you're at. Like, what milepost do you think it's closest to?
Right. Yeah, exactly. And if you're in the meridian, it's the median.
Yes.
Another person here says, "We prefer you to start the conversation with what happened 5 years ago." You would be
Oh
surprised.
my
I mean, you know what?
gosh, that's the worst.
I was gonna say, it's one thing for us on the phone when we're trying to get all this information and something like that happens, but also for it to be probably repeated again for either one of you when you're out on the scene. I mean,
Mhm.
so what happens? Like, how does that work? Like, are you just like, okay, how about what just happened? Like, why we're out here
Yeah.
instead of the prequel,
Yeah.
part of it.
Tell me what happened, not what happened a while ago. No, it's the famous one when we rarely get a chance to eat. So at that time, we were able to still go out to restaurants, and we run in there real quick and try and wolf a meal down, and just as long we're like halfway down, we get the look. I'm like, here it comes.
You can
Hey
almost feel
guys, sorry to bother you, and I always wanted to say, so then why are you? But we were always kind and gracious to him. Hey, do you know my Uncle Bill? He's a trooper in Alabama. No, sure don't.
right. We are part of
Sorry.
the network. Yeah. Yeah, we are part of the thin blue line, but we don't know everybody of
Yeah.
that line.
Wish I could say my network was that good, but I'm trying.
Right.
Not as big as yours, Ricardo, but we're getting there.
Well, hey. So I do have a question then, as you talk about wolfing down food and everything. Some of the ride-alongs that I did. Fuzz over here says that's part of that database. Oh, that's hilarious.
yeah.
One of the times that one of the first ride-alongs that I did at the Central Dispatch that I was at,
Mhm.
I'm riding with this officer, and we had gone out to this call. It was just like a disorderly trespass type thing, and then he goes, "Do you want to go eat?" And I said, "Yeah, man, let's go. I'm down for some food." And he goes, "Do you want some Yardbird?" And I said, "I'm sorry, what?" And he goes, "Yardbird." And I said, "Did you say yard bird?" And he goes, "Yeah. You don't know what I'm talking about?" I was like, "Bro, no." I said, "I have no idea what you're talking about." And he goes, "You've never been on the farm, have you?" And I said, No, I don't know what that is." And he goes, "I'm talking about chicken, man. Do you want to get
Yeah.
some chicken?" And I was like, "Jeez." I was like, "Yeah, let's go get some chicken." I was like, Yardbird, what the hell is
Well,
that?
now that you call it Yardbird.
Yeah, well, so here's the other thing. One of the other things that I heard early on at the Central Dispatch was I had never heard anyone call the police department the cop shop. And okay, this is gonna sound stupid as hell,
Oh.
but if you don't know, you don't know, right?
Right.
So I take this phone call, non-emergency call,
Mhm.
and this dude goes, "Hey, I'm out here at the cop shop, and I need an officer to come out here to talk to me." And I said, I'm sorry, you're out where?" And he says, "The cop shop." And I said, the cop shop?" Like, I was trying to say it exactly the way he was saying it, and he goes, "Yeah, man, the cop shop." And I said, "Okay, you're not in any danger or anything right now, right?" And he goes, "No, I shouldn't be standing out front of the cop shop." And I said, "Okay." I said, "Let me put you on hold really quick." So I put him on hold. I stand up and I look at my partners there and I said, "Do you guys know where the cop shop is?" And they started chuckling. They're like, "No, what is that?" So this is what my dumbass does. I
Mhm.
end up going into our in-house computer and typing what I think the spelling is for this word that I don't know where this person is at. And I stand up and I'm like, "I just looked into the in-house and I don't see anything in there. This is crazy. I don't know where this guy is at." So I get back on the phone with him and I ask him again, and he goes, "You've got to be kidding me." He goes, "I'm standing in front of the police department." And I said, "Oh." I said, "You said the cop shop. Oh, I get it now." And he goes, "Yeah, that's what I'm saying." And I said, "I'll have someone come right outside of you."
I have an officer on station right now. He'll be right out to see
Yes,
you.
dude. How stupid. But again, I mean, if you don't know, you don't know. And that was a term that I had never heard before. And now I see it all over the place. And I've even heard it on TV too. I'm like, go to hell, TV. You freaking A, man.
Is that a new network, Ricardo? Go to Hell TV.
Yeah. That's it. I'm gonna bust it out. Another one here says, "You will always be able to say things without getting tongue tied, like when sticky
Oh, my-
liquid becomes licky stickwid, as my trainee says."
So,
Oh, that is great.
so we had I'm a big
Licky
Crown Vic fan,
chicken.
and when I got out of my Crown Vic into my supervisor car, Kelly was the last person to drive it. So she arrested a drunk one night, and she was at Taco Bell. So she was getting ready to take them to our station to process them. The car had 77,707 miles on it.
What?
Kelly's power just went out.
Oh no.
No.
So oh, and they're back on. And they're
There
on.
we go.
I think Kelly's little ones in there flashing things. So anyway, Kelly's going to air this out because we have to get the beginning mileage. That poor thing.
I hate this so much.
The mileage is
The whole
like a
county
jackpot.
laughed at me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, except for I have a lisp and I try to avoid the S words. And
Oh,
especially
So
on the
Sylvester
radio.
there is.
I hate you.
that's fucked up.
So when she gets back to the station, I said,
but
just
I
get
like it.
the trip
Seven.
odometer mileage and be done with it.
That's pretty
Yeah, because it
gnarly.
was right across the street from the station. So it had to do it all over again. 0.8.
Oh, that is hilarious. So you've got lucky sevens, but
Yep.
also unlucky in a way because you have to say it all. Oh man.
So
worst.
you
It's
guys had the
terrible.
ability to record the call. Well, all the calls were recorded, right? And all the off channels were too.
Yeah.
So you was talking about doing pranks. So poor Kelly one night, she absolutely refuses to go to the doctor, and she wasn't feeling well. So I'm like, you need to go home.
Her
"No, I'm
eyes
gonna
just
stay."
opened up.
And I
Oh,
said,
God.
no, you need to go home. I'm not asking you. I'm telling you. I'm your boss. Go home. Get the fuck out of here. So then she gets a dispatch. She's going to go to. You're going to a disorderly call, wasn't it, Kelly? Like a loud party call. You and
Yeah,
Dan
it
Lamb were on your way
was
to
a
it.
juvenile party.
Yeah. So like halfway
Mhm.
up there, Kelly pulls aside and has to throw up.
Oh, dude.
So I hear some traffic on the off channel, and then I hear Dan, one of our other officers on the crew. It's like, Kelly, gives her unit number. Are you okay? And she says, no, I think I just threw up all over myself. And I'm like, all right, I'm en route. So we drive up here. She goes home, and actually I had another one of my officers take her home because her health was going downhill in a hurry. So we handled the call and come back. So what the guys did to her was once she got the feeling better and came back to work, and I'll text you the photo, Ricardo, because I just ran across it the other day. That episode of Family Guy where they ate the Epicac. They were throwing up everywhere.
Yeah.
They printed the heads off, but then they superimposed it over one of our cruisers and hung those photos in there. Then they got the recording from 911 and then emailed that to her. So she had that waiting on her when she came back to work.
Oh,
Go ahead, Kelly.
But the
dude.
part you forgot is that before I actually went home, I had to take I still had my under, like what I wear under my uniform on, but I had taken off my vest and I'm puking in the Sally Port in a trash can when a trooper brings in an OVI person.
Forgot about that.
And she's like, oh, you're in the same boat as me, huh? And I'm like, we are not the same. I just want to clarify. I had food poisoning from a local restaurant.
Oh no.
It was like, it was so bad. And it was really bad. But yes.
I forgot
And
about
once
the
I
woman.
got home and I got back and saw oh yeah. And my locker was decorated. And I was like, I am a victim. People hate me.
Oh shit.
Everywhere. But yeah.
That is
was fun.
hilarious. That and also
Wait till you see the picture, Ricardo. You're gonna laugh.
I can't wait. Yeah. Well, so that you don't feel any more embarrassed or anything, I'll share a story with you, something that happened to me in dispatch. And a lot of people who are watching now knows this story. But there was one night that I was going into dispatch, and I It was a 1A to 5A shift, okay? And I was going in, and I stopped at a gas station to get something to eat and something to drink, and I'm walking around, and I spot something that looks amazing and I thought was gonna be great, and I got a gas station burrito.
Oh.
Um, right away, the look on your your
I
response.
know where this is going. It's like
And
in gas station sushi.
right, yeah, and
Oh my God.
I ended up getting a 12-ounce, Red Bull as well. I get to dispatch, I get there early enough that, I heat up the burrito, and it was a big one, it was called the Red Bomb. Yeah, I shit you not, man.
It's got to be good.
Oh, dude, I mean, it
That'd be red
was
flag
good.
number one.
Right, yeah, and it's red, so that it's a straight up red flag. So, I thought I was gonna be in backup phones, and, like, I wasn't gonna be taking a lot of calls or anything, or maybe on radios, but I was on main phones, but I thought, "Screw it, it's only 4 hours, it'll be fine. What is the worst that can happen?" Yeah. So, I sit down and I destroy this burrito, man, it was super good, and I end up chugging that Red Bull, and I'm sitting there for a while, things are fine, not a lot going on, then a phone call comes in, and it's a chase that's going on. Oh, Shar says, "Red bomb because it makes your ass bleed." So, I
That
get the
bad, huh?
well, so I take
Jeez.
this phone call, and it's from the agency that's south of us, and they're like, "We need you to put out a BOL, we're chasing someone, they're gonna be coming into your county soon," and I said, "Okay." So I'm taking all the information down, and then my stomach starts talking to me like it's getting very poppy. Yes, yeah, bubble gut style, and just like, and it's bad. And in my head, I'm thinking, "God, no, like, why is this happening right now?" And it starts, like, getting worse. It started getting bad, and I sent a message over to my partners, and I said, "If I need to get up for any reason, I need you to take this call because my center had 2 bathrooms, one inside dispatch, and I wasn't about to drop heat there, and then one one down one down
Drop
the
heat.
hallway,
Yeah.
and, that's the one that I was gonna go ahead and use, and it got so bad, dude, that I ended up putting him on hold, and I stood up, and I said, "You need to take the call, I gotta run down the hallway," and I'm running down the hallway, and I can hear my partners laughing at me as I'm running, do my thing, and I come back, get back on the phone, and it happened a second time, like, my stomach starts talking to me again while I'm on the phone, and I'm sweating at this point, to the point where if anybody was over on the side with me at the time, they could probably smell beef, like, coming out of my pores. Like,
Oh,
that's how bad I was sweating. Kelly's like, "God, why?" And so
I'm a very visual person.
okay, well, here's some visuals. So I'm my stomach starts bubbling so much that and I don't know if you've ever tried to hold in a fart, but it ends up traveling up and turns into like a back fart, which is the weirdest thing. And I put him on hold again and stand up, and my buddy's like, "Dude, you gotta poop, dude?" And I was like, "It's not a warrant, man. You don't gotta confirm it." But yes, I do. So I run, go do my thing, and if you think about movies, sequels are usually the worst, right?
Mhm.
In the shit world, it's the same.
Mhm.
It was really bad. I come back and nobody is on the phone anymore, and I thought, "Oh, good. It's over. I'm good to go." So I sit back down and I'm just kinda chilling and stuff, and then the phone rings again. It's the same people. And I'm like, "What's going on?" So the car, I guess it would come in and then would go back and so it just kept going back and forth, and I'm thinking, "Put the stop sticks down or something because 'cause I'm
Yeah.
literally going through my own shit right now, and I don't know what to do." So I put him on hold. I get up because now I can't hold it anymore because now this is the 3rd time. And I tell them, "There's no way that I'm gonna be able to run down the hallway, I'm gonna go right here," and they just kinda look at me, and I'm like, "I'm not gonna shit in my chair. I'm gonna use the bathroom that's inside dispatch." And so I go in there, and I turn on the water, I turn on the fan, just everything to mask what's gonna happen because it was like Dumb and Dumber style, man. I'm in there just, like, screaming, and I come back out, and It was bad. So there you go, Kelly. There's something that you know on me as well.
Poor Kelly.
That's my
I would
red
take
bomb.
probably the puking over that. I would take the
I
puking
mean,
over that.
probably, yeah. Puking sucks though. I hate puking. That is
Oh my
the,
God,
the
it's so
the
good.
shittiest thing. Well, not as shitty as what I went through, but either way,
Pun
Yeah,
intended,
like a
right?
red
Yeah.
bomb.
yes, yeah. So everyone who's here watching and listening, we went through a bunch of the stuff that came off of Facebook and Instagram about the wrong answers only for dispatch. But I decided to go to ChatGPT and do something similar. And what I typed in there was, tell me 10 things about the job of a police officer, wrong answers only. So since I'm here with Mark the Cop and the Kelly, I want to go through these top 10 and see what you think. Let's see what your thoughts are. All right. So here is, you know what? We're going to start with number 10 and we'll work our way up to number 1. All right. So here we go. The top 10 things, wrong answers only, per ChatGPT. So number 10, police officers are trained to control the weather to ensure sunny days for community events. What? And this is from
Kelly-
AI.
Kelly-
Like,
Oh God.
where does that even come from?
Kelly would tell her community people that when they block parties, right?
I mean,
Oh yeah.
Is it
Yeah.
true?
I did this to you.
that would
It's
be
a
interesting if
database
you
of
guys did
stuff
have.
that we have access to.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. We've got access to that one as well. Let's see. Number 9 says their
Yeah.
primary task is to make sure everyone is wearing matching socks. What? Yeah, that one I don't understand. I don't even know where that would come from.
I mean, it's not wrong.
Oh,
Kelly was a sock police.
No, I was not.
very nice. I like it. I like it.
Ba-dum.
Yeah. Rim shot. So number 8 says police officers are experts in performing impromptu dance routines to entertain the public.
Mm. Yeah, we don't have much of that cop.
Unfortunately, we've got some of them dancing cops out there.
Yeah, we do.
I was gonna say I've seen some of those on TikTok and Instagram where just like getting down, just doing like the boy band thing.
Yeah, that's not me.
Oh,
That's
but
Kelly can attest.
Or me.
can you do the robot?
No, I don't. I
Oh
just
my
will dance.
We went out karaokeing one time with a dispatcher, and this was his dance
Oh, really?
I have no moves.
the whole
But
time.
I was drunk and I thought I could though. So
Yeah.
in my mind, I was Saturday Night Fever, man. Kelly was laughing hysterically. She's
I
like,
drop
"Oh
that move every
my
now and again.
God."
That's basically like rolling the dice.
Yes.
Mhm.
That dance move, yeah.
Very much.
Oh man. So okay, number 7. So it says they spend their days writing poetry about their love for paperwork.
Yeah, cop work is paperwork, gang. If you
It-
don't like
it-
writing reports,
Oh my gosh.
not the job for you.
It makes me think of there's
Mhm.
a scene in the movie End of Watch where
Mm-hmm.
Jake Gyllenhaal, he's got a bunch of papers and he's recording it, and he says something to the effect of paperwork, it's an officer's lifeblood or something like that.
Yes.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Number
It's got a lot
6.
of paperwork.
Police officers are trained to apprehend rogue squirrels causing chaos in the park.
Well, the problem is that's what a lot of people
Oh,
think. It's
gosh.
like, yeah, not the job description there, gang.
Do you blame?
Yeah.
You can blame
For
the
sure.
TV, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because and the reason I say that
100%.
too is because I remember being in dispatch and people would call in for raccoons that were, I don't know, like seizing or something in their
Mhm.
yard. Like that's what they would say. And I remember this person specifically saying, it's convulsing, it's seizing in my yard right now. You need to send someone here to get them. And I would say, bro. Well, I wouldn't say bro, but I would be thinking like, bro,
You
like
bro 'em.
we can't send somebody. We don't. Our animal control, they don't pick up animals like that. You need to call in the county south of us. They had one that we would give their number to is called wildlife wranglers or something like that. And I said, you have to call them. They're like, that sounds fake. Like, no, it's for real. Look it up. Google it. I don't have
Yeah,
the
pest
internet.
control.
Okay. Yellow pages. Like
Yeah.
the phone book. Like you got to have something. But yeah, people get pissed off because then they would say, well, I watch Animal Cops and they send people out. I'm like, this isn't TV, man. Like this isn't the same
Reality.
thing. Yeah. Yeah. This is reality. Like, well, that's reality TV. Like, no, it's still scripted. There it's
Well,
insane.
in my time at the city, we used to actually go out and dispatch the animal.
Oh,
Instead of, I had a semi-automatic, but my backup weapon was a revolver. So we go out and there'd be a distempered raccoon. And in those days we could do that. We just go out and I tell them, you understand, I'm going to put the animal down. Trying to be nice to tell them I'm going to go shoot it in the head.
right. Yeah.
Because I'm not picking it up, putting it in the cruiser, so
Right.
you take a plastic bag with it, go down, shoot the animal, put it in the bag and take it away. Some people were like, what are you doing?
Right. Yeah. It was like,
You
well,
called.
Like,
that's
I was
what
actually
they're
going to
doing.
nurse it back to health.
Yeah, well, I mean, some people think that.
Yeah. It's
You
like
had
the
a,
raccoon is just here to say salutations like Charlotte. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Poor little trash panda. You couldn't take him. Fix him.
What were you going to say though?
I don't know. Go ahead. Next one.
Okay. Over here really quick, Joyce says, or deer are in the street. You need to do something about it. Deers are following me. I get that a lot. Oh, also Joyce, since you moved over here to Facebook, does my voice sound like regular, like it usually does versus the way it was sounding on Instagram? I'm going to have to pull that up to see what was going on. I don't know what's up with Instagram, but number 5, it says they spend most of their time solving petty disputes between neighbors over loud music.
Not wrong.
I was going to say, like,
I was going to say that's another one.
Yeah, not wrong there.
So number 4, police officers are responsible for walking people's dogs when they're too busy. What?
AI, what are you doing?
Yeah, I know. Chat GPT. What the hell? Like, I mean, I guess wrong answers only. So it's going. For the
That's
most
right. Yeah, wrong.
outrageous.
answer.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Wait. But maybe that really cool trifecta city near us might do that for them.
That could be. That really could be. They get paid very well, and they do all three. They're public safety, so they do fire, EMS, and police work. The officers do the same thing, so they probably do that as well.
Hey, I mean,
They pull in the elderly's trash cans for them back up to their
Yeah,
street.
that kind of money.
trash
Yeah, I
can.
did too.
are you for real?
I know. Yeah, I'm
Yes.
dead serious.
Yes.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, I'll message it to you.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Holy hell.
Listen,
thought
I'll
you
be the
both
trash
were
girl too.
That's right.
I mean,
Nope, that was a real.
if the money's, yeah, I'll help you take in your groceries. Shit. So number 3 here says they spend hours each day perfecting. Oh shit. ChatGPT chose violence on this one. Okay. All right.
Uh-oh.
Here we go. Number 3 says they spend hours each day perfecting their donut eating skills.
I mean, it doesn't
Oh.
take hours every day. You get a good,
Yeah, yeah.
a couple
Huge
tries.
donut fan. I never ate donuts on duty.
Uh,
Although, when I would go up on Sunday night, what do we do, Kelly? When we took charges up on Sunday night, we take donut.
We
had a
would
Tim
bring
Hortons.
the dispatchers and the court to Miho's. Tim
Yeah,
Hortons.
Tim Hortons.
oh,
To Miho's.
Yeah, Tim Hortons. We had a Tim
Tim
Hortons there in
Hortons.
the city just north of us. So, yeah, we get a big box of Timbits and we take them out to the dispatch center and drop them off at the jail control as well. And we just tell them, hey, we appreciate you guys. And, the Sunday night, we were just like relieved to get out of the city. So or get done because I was in it for a 3-dayer.
You know, that is always awesome. Tim Hortons is good. I love me some Tim Hortons donuts and everything, but I can only imagine that there were also some folks there, whether it be in the jail or in dispatch, who had just kind of like started eating differently and are like, damn it, I got to take at least a couple. You can't help it, man.
Every time.
Yeah, those things are good.
Yeah, like if I was off, I would call Kelly and say, hey, we take the charges up on Sunday night from the weekend. I'd say, don't forget to stop by Tim Hortons. And I always paid you guys back, didn't I, Kel? One way or the other. Reimburse you for the price, for the cost of it.
One way or the other.
Yeah.
Number 2, it says
we'd always get our money.
It says their main duty is to chase down jaywalkers and issue them citations. I mean,
if that's number 2, number 1 just got to be riveting.
It's, I would have, looking at number 1 right now, I would have thought what I said.
A jaywalking ticket.
The perfecting donut eating skills. I feel like that would have been number 1.
Yeah, sure.
But it's not.
Yeah.
Number 1 says police officers spend most of their time directing traffic at busy intersections. So here's the thing. ChatGPT, it was going for some outrageous stuff, right? But also on X, they have their own version, and it's called Grok. It's Grok.
Okay.
And
Grok.
Grok. They have 2 different versions, and one of them is just like regular, and one of them is funny. Like it actually says funny mode or fun mode, something like that. So let me read you some of the ones that were on this one. So this one says police officers must have a degree in underwater basket weaving to qualify for the job. See, this one was
that's really
more
funny
fun.
because Sarge when we would ask for continuing education courses, he's like, why are you requesting this? Like, you're never going to do that. And it would be like wild stuff too. And he's like, I'm not sending you to underwater basket weaving.
Oh shit. Well, there you go. So I'll skim through these really quick. We're already over the hour, but it's fine. This has been fun, and we'll wrap it up here in a moment for those that are watching and everything. Yeah, it doesn't even feel like it.
It's a good time, yeah.
So number 9 here says they are responsible for maintaining the weather in their jurisdiction, ensuring this is another one, ensuring it is always pleasant and sunny. So ChatGPT and Grok are in they're in cahoots there for that one. Number 8 says a key part of their job is to organize and participate in neighborhood dance-offs to promote community engagement. That must be just like pulling stuff and like videos and everything and the dance-offs and stuff.
Officers, good Lord.
I know. I'm going to end up getting like messages from people saying, you got to check this one out. this dance-off and this dance-off.
Yeah. This one's funny.
Yeah, you'll like this one. Like it. So number 7 says they must be able to speak all languages, including animal languages, to communicate with witnesses and suspects.
Oh my God.
I like that one.
Yes.
Yeah,
that would have been fun.
yeah.
Some Dr. Doolittle officer here.
Right. Yes. Like, what did he say? Like, you don't want to know.
We're not telling you a secret.
So let's see. Number 6 says police officers are trained to time travel to prevent future crimes from happening.
Oh, yeah.
I like that. Like Time Cop.
How did they know?
Kelly, what year are you from?
Yeah.
Right.
Let's
It's in
see.
the database. You have access to it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'll look it up later. Yeah, you're right. No, you're right. I'll look it up later. Let's see. Number 5 says a part of their job is to taste test all the donuts in the area to ensure quality and freshness for the community.
Back to the donut thing again. Just 150 pounds
They're
overweight.
power rings.
Yeah, that's right.
Power rings.
Yeah.
Give me power. Sugar
Yeah.
makes me run faster.
Like Sonic the Hedgehog out there.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. Number 4 says they must be able to communicate with ghosts and other supernatural entities to solve paranormal crimes.
Kelly, want to tell your ghost story?
Okay,
real
but
quick?
I did get dispatched. Well,
Oh,
not that one, but I did get dispatched at my second department. I got dispatched to it, and she was like, when I get there, she goes, "There's 100% a ghost in my attic," and I'm like, "And what the heck am I gonna do?" So I
right.
climbed up in her attic, and she's like, "Aren't you afraid?" And I was like, "I mean,
Nothing here.
yeah,
Yeah. He's like, I
but
ain't scared
like,
no
what am
ghost.
I gonna do? I gotta help you." Yeah. I'm like, I don't know about ghosts, but I got up in there and she thought I was like the coolest thing. And the whole time I was like, God, please be a freaking raccoon up here or something.
That was
Right.
well played,
But
McCartney.
it was crazy.
Thank
Yeah. And then another time, I really did think that I saw our old chief at our
You did.
police department.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I mean, I don't scream a bunch, but it literally made me scream. I was like, ah!
Yeah. 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm back there
I
doing
saw
reports.
a guy walk.
Kelly's back in the road room,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden she lets out this blood curdling scream. Comes up to my office. There's some son that's just walking. I said, "Skinny guy in white shirt." She's like, "Yeah, it's the old chief. It's cool."
Oh,
Be back to
shit.
my office because it gets really noisy
No.
in his old office
Yeah.
at night. So
No way.
yeah. So the ghost
Only
encounter
person.
people around Just the Tip, you should go in there and do your thing. So
Yeah,
So
they
funny.
do the ghost walk.
The ghost around Just the Tip. Let's see.
That needs to be a patch.
I know, right? Yeah, you guys need to make a patch, dude. That would,
hey, you could hook us up. I think you know a guy that's a good graphic artist, right?
yeah, I could hook you up.
Yeah.
Like, what are you working on? The Tip. Wait, what?
Just the tip. Just the
Let's
ghost
see.
walk.
In the comments, Fuzz here says that's like when I worked at the med examiner's office and I showed up on scene and officers would ask what happens if they start moving. Then that would be your problem, not mine. Hell yeah, man.
So
Yeah.
Kelly, to ask Ricardo if it's appropriate to take selfies with your recently deceased.
What?
Is there a statute of limitations?
Statute of limitations is up by now. So
Okay, great. Yeah, so I walk in to he had already expired,
the dead
and
body.
we just got these body cameras. Yeah, and so Sarge is trying to pick up the body and he's stuck. He had fallen off the toilet, but he was stuck.
He was wedged in there pretty good.
Oh,
Yeah, like in between the tub and the toilet. And
holy shit.
Is that
You're
lightning there?
talking
He said,
about
"I
this,
don't-"
there was lightning that just went and I can
Yeah.
hear the thunder.
I saw the flash. Your whole camera's like, boom. It's like, wow.
The universe is like, you're
Yeah,
going down.
I can't. I know. I'm like, I can't just keep going. But anyway, Sarge is like trying to get this. We have to get this body onto the bag, like in the bag. And the bags are
He's in
long;
a
they're
fetal
not
position.
wide. So
we're
we have to
flattening
like,
him out.
yeah, we have to like work him back long. And Sarge said something. Oh, no. He cussed. He said a cuss word. And I was like, my body camera's on. My body camera's on. And he goes, cheese.
Me and the dead guy were like, hey.
And I was like,
no.
oh my God. I was like, I'm going. But we
I mean,
did. We
the
got him
lightning did
out,
just strike
and,
over there.
Yeah, that's right. Probably hit here next. Okay, so
Yeah,
my screen
I'm
goes
a little
black.
I'm uncomfortable now. I'm like, he's here.
Oh,
He's like, I'm going to take
man.
a picture of you while you're down.
I know, right? Yeah, exactly. He's like, you're gonna trip after this. Just wait.
Yeah.
Oh man, that is crazy.
All right, we derailed you. Go ahead there, sir.
So number
Yeah, sorry.
number 3. No, that's all good. Number 3, it says police officers are required to wear a cape and they have the ability to fly. I mean, that's kind of cool if you're able to.
See, I wish I'd known that was happening. I had my Batman mask ready.
Oh, he's
I didn't
Batman.
know
I am
I
fat man.
never tried.
Do I get
She's like, I never tried.
I never tried. When I was
Right.
in uniform, I didn't try it. So God, I missed out.
That's true. Yeah. Let's see. Number 2, it says they often have to engage in high-speed chases with animals such as squirrels and raccoons that are suspected of committing crimes.
That took a weird turn.
So when I was doing open mic at a conference, there was someone who shared a story, and they said the caller called in, and they were freaking out because I guess they needed animal control kind of, but it was also at night. They said that they walked up their stairs to their apartment, and they went to open the door, and they looked back, and there was a raccoon there. And the caller says that they go, I screamed, and then the raccoon screamed, and I ran down the stairs, and the raccoon ran with me. I didn't even know raccoons could scream.
Those damn trash pandas at it again.
Oh, I know, man.
I didn't know either, but that would alarm me. Oh.
That would have freaked me out. Yeah. But also, if it would have screamed like right when I was screaming, I would have thought, is this like, are we in a buddy cop movie now? Like,
Oh, that's funny.
like, did we just become best friends? Yes. Oh, man.
Yes.
So, number 1,
Here we
it
go.
says,
Drum roll.
oh, this one is an interesting one with what you guys said earlier a little bit. So here's number 1 from Grok. It says, police officers
Funny
are
Grok.
responsible for delivering mail and packages to citizens in their jurisdiction.
Boom.
There you go. I mean, that's kind of odd seeing that you guys had
Well, they're not-
mentioned that.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
That was great. And
That's
now
fun.
I'm hearing thunder as
Yeah.
well. So,
It's pretty
on
bad
that
here.
note, on that note, we are going to wrap this up. This has been so much fun to be here with
yeah.
the both
Thanks
of
for having
you.
us.
Yes, this has been awesome. Tell everyone, please, where they can find the Shield Within podcast.
Hey, go to Facebook / The Shield Within. We're looking for your likes. We're trying to get up to 1,000 this year. So stop by and give our page a like. We're on all major podcast networks. You name it, we're there. We also have our website, which is www.theshieldwithin.com. And Donnie, if you're still tuned in, your sexy physique's still on there. We call him the Hedgehog Donnie. So get to see all of our smiling faces. Yep, we're on there, Instagram, most all social media outlets. So stop by
Perfect.
and give us a listen.
Yes, and in April we have
Yeah.
got like a dual episode thing that's going to
Yes.
be coming out as well, and that
Very
was a
excited about
lot of fun.
Mhm.
And I look forward to doing something like this again, man. This
Oh,
was
yeah.
awesome.
Absolutely. Yeah, we'll have to
Yeah,
get
that was fun.
get Mr. Hat on and get FD Donnie on. So
Hell yes. Excellent.
Yes.
All right. Well,
thank you very much.
I'm going to be back here with the both of you in just 1 second and to just chat a little more here in just one moment. So I'll be right back with you. Hang tight. And for those who are watching, if you have any comments, questions, or you ever want to be a guest on the flagship show, you can send an email to wttpodcast@gmail.com. Once again, that is wttpodcast@gmail.com. And you can follow us on social media. You can become a supporter on Patreon or Facebook. And to do that easily, just simply go to links.co/WTT podcast. And once again, that is links with 2 i's.co/WTT podcast. And you'll find everything there, my email, social media, everywhere where to follow, where to listen to the latest episode. You can also become a subscriber on there. Again, whether it be on Patreon or Facebook, you can find the links for the Imagine Listening book and also Dispatch and podcast merchandise. It is all there, so make sure to check that out. This live broadcast has been sponsored by InDigital, a leader Next Gen Core Services, and also a shout out to Prepared for being a Social Media Plus sponsor for the month of March. You'll find out more information about them on all of my social media outlets. We've got a bunch of posts that we're putting out there, other content, and we're going to be doing a Dispatchers Roundtable the last week of this month. And also, you can simply go to prepared911.com to check out their information there. And again, thank you both to Prepared as well as InDigital. And to all the subscribers, those who send stars, I appreciate it. You can see this on YouTube YouTube, as well as X, Instagram, and Facebook. And then you can listen to the flagship show Within the Trenches podcast 24/7 on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, your favorite podcasting app, and withinthetrenches.net. Have a good one, everyone, and we will see you all in the next one.